I would be willing to negotiate on your behalf for a trade deal with the Forge. I can promise that.
And he, again, looks to the large iron door that separates the Glitterhame from the Forge. And he nods. Did you have any further business?
Well, I mean, if you need outfitted stuff, I don't know, like, I've got a lot of gear that I'm not using. He kind of opens his magic bag and pulls out a great sword and several shields. And, like, all of the stuff we've just... we've got, like, several short bows. Like, Echo will hand him some of the... It's not magical, but just, like, the good equipment that they've picked up on the travels that nobody's using.
He'll kind of bundle it up, use some rope to put it into like a parcel that he can carry. And as that's happening, he'll turn to Calder again and say, also, if you ever decide that you wanted to test yourself against me, that offer is still very much on the table.
Ooh, that'll be
Is that in common?
That is in common, yes.
That will be a fun day, sir.
Ghost steps up and is like, I'll do it. Let's do it right now. Yeah. We got the same skin tone. Let's do it.
He blinks at Ghost. I don't know this one.
No, they're new.
Ghost has started to stretch and limber up.
I think he means like a fight to the death, not like a friendly sparring match, Ghost.
That's dumb. How can you fight a second time if you die?
You know. And he actually sort of rotates the shoulder joint of his power armor.
Like
it has been
right now.
It has been some time. But I worry that if sounds of combat were to happen, the undoubtedly dozens of dwarven guards that are right on the other side of that iron door will come out and make an end of me.
Do we all look over there and there's like in the crack of the door there's like 5 dwarves all peeking
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like one of those things where one of their heads is like at ground level and there's like 4 or 5 more all stacked up kind of peeking out the door all at once.
As I'm sure the shield dwarves are equally certain that up on that ridge are most definitely at least 20 invisible Duergar waiting to shoot them with poison arrows or some such.
Ghost is gonna like walk right up to this guy and is gonna like camaraderie like hand over the shoulders to this guy and is gonna be like, no, you have to understand, I am a performer, so what I can do is I make this big announcement like it's a spectacle of combat fighting, and then we can do this fight. It'll be so awesome. We both leave a little bloody. Nobody's dead because that way we can have a rivalry to fight again. Would you like to join my production?
Are you recruiting this?
We are introducing the world of wrestling to a Duergar mecca. It'll be fine.
Very well, if you can guarantee my safety.
I mean, they can't guarantee safety, but we have a cleric. And I'm going to point at Echo. And then I'm going to magically produce a microphone.
Honestly, this is so funny. I promise I'll bring you back from the dead.
I mean...
Wait, hold on. Is Ghost about to cut a promo?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I wasn't going to be a promo. I was going to be like, okay, so like, I have a microphone. What we'll do is we like, you know, how like 5'8".
Okay. I'm just making sure I've got these stats down because I was not expecting this, which
I'm
is
really
fine.
sorry, Mitch.
No, it's fine.
You're
This
the
is
one
gonna
that
be
asked
great.
Duergar to pick a fight.
Ghost is going to like start drawing a square in the ground.
Okay.
Like
How big of a square?
um
Like 50 by 50?
no, not that big. I'm thinking like so these
That's
squares are
5
10 by
squares.
10 on the map, right? Like
Yes.
probably a 20 by 20 square.
There.
Calder will make some gestures in the ground, just will telekinetically like carve just the same kind of line. Not with the spell, just with my normal telekinesis.
Yeah, so it's really simple, okay? Simple is the idea is we are trying to make the other person like submit. This is easy as put like shoulders on the ground for like 3 seconds, maybe. Just like hold them there. That's perfectly fine. Then get outside of the line square. Because I understand that there is some big eye flying stuff and they don't really have ropes. We'll give that like if they spend like too long, and they will determine what too long is. It has to be the same number for both. And then or like I don't know, we could do bleeding, we could do broken bits. I have a hammer. I will be using the hammer. You have a big like suit. I love it. It's beautiful. It's excellent. Very good for like a gimmick. I very much like it. And I'm assuming you have like an axe or a hammer or something. I can't see. It is kind of dark.
He just holds up
But I figure
2 very large metal fists.
even better. I love a good fist fight. I will be using a hammer.
I would be disappointed if you didn't. Is this a
Excellent,
thing that we
excellent.
simply talk about, or is this a thing that we do?
Oh no, this is I am explaining
Sir, you-
the rules because there have to be rules in the combat where it is not to the die.
What if it was simply a matter of forcing the opponent out of this square that you have helpfully created for me?
Yeah, ring out is pretty traditional way to win.
There's nothing I could do with that ring out. I was thinking of maybe of to a fall or like to cannot stand anymore. Also fine.
Yeah, if you knock each other out before one of you pushes each other out, that's also would be the end of it. I would
Okay,
imagine.
yeah, I'm fine with this.
Go ahead and move
Okay, what
yourself
is-
into the square.
Yeah, what is your name?
I am Arnan.
Arnan. I'm gonna actually take the mic. It is not plugged into anything. Ghost is just going to scream into it.
It's just a cone.
It's just a cone. It's going to toss it to Echo, and I'm gonna go. You announce.
Yeah, okay.
And he's gonna continue stretching a little bit.
As that happens, and as you begin to stretch, a ghost becomes aware of like a smell, like a really like as you're getting ready to get started, you get this really horrible reeking smell, and you realize there is some sort of gas emanating from this suit of power armor. I'm going to need a Constitution save from you, please. You are under the effect of a stinking cloud.
Love it.
This is against poison, if that's relevant. Hold on.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Go for it. A 14.
I mean, it's a little better.
It's fine.
Just checking. It's intelligence. Okay, so... Hold on. It doesn't actually give me the spell DC. So, spell DC is...
It's 8 plus your
Proficiency.
proficiency bonus plus your relevant ability bonus.
Okay, so 8, 12, 14, you meet it. You meet it. Yes. So this horrible, like, kind of light yellow sort of miasma permeates the area, and it smells absolutely awful, and you feel yourself just have to swallow down a retch for a moment. But like, this isn't your first rodeo. You've dealt with tricky opponents before.
Ghost is going to attempt an intimidate in response to this.
Okay.
By like just doing like the biggest pull of breath in.
Go
and
ahead
then just blowing it right back in this dude's face.
Go ahead and give me that intimidate check. I'm pulling two of you off the combat tracker. Can you still see the map?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Not the best, but I'll take it.
Okay. The intimidation check is not going... I was going to give it like a modifier to initiative, but the intimidation check is not going to count for anything. Go ahead and roll initiative. Let's do this thing.
As they are retreating to their quarters, Echo is going to look at the cone and then just cast thaumaturgy on himself to make his voice loud and say,
The cone is part of the shtick.
okay, yes, he'll put the cone there, but he's using thaumaturgy.
Okay, I want to be clear that I should have an advantage on this. I don't know if it's going to roll with advantage.
It does roll
okay,
with
good,
advantage.
Thank God.
Welcome to a sudden impromptu match at the Glitterhame.
Talk me up!
In one corner, we have Nelmani the Ghost, a recent veteran of the Xanathar's fighting pits, here to impress you all. And Echo is like looking dead straight at the door that all the doors are peeking out of. And in the other corner, we have Arnan, who's being a really good sport about this. Let's have a good, clean fight.
Oh, it's a little late for that.
How you win is through a ring out or unconsciousness, I think was what was decided on.
And with that, Ghost, you have the initiative.
Calder will snap his fingers for a minor illusion of the sound of a bell.
Nice, thank you.
I'm absolutely going to put that into the YouTube.
You're welcome.
Ghost.
I am going to bonus action rage.
Love it.
Let me find it on my shit. Okay, so we're gonna start with the fact that Ghost is just going to grab his he's been swinging his hammer around pretty solidly through this whole thing.
Yeah.
Double checking. And his shield, and it's going to go. They're going to go up, crash down, into like kind of a low crouch, and then he's going to like do that like head snap up that he normally does when he's about to do something fucking reckless, and absolutely batshit stupid. And the bear jaws are just going to like come out from behind him and snap over his face, and it's just like wild grin that like honestly shouldn't be okay.
So you might say you're attacking recklessly.
I'm fully going to be attacking recklessly. I need to check one little rule real quick.
Sure.
Echo is ready on the sidelines to like spare the dying.
I'm going to start by I'm going to start with a push action with the shield.
Okay.
Which is an attack. It replaces one of my 2 attacks.
Sure.
And I'm trying to remember the fucking rules on push.
Shoving a creature. The target must be no more than one size larger than you and must be within your reach. Instead of making an attack roll, you make a strength athletics check contested by the target's athletics or acrobatics check. If you win the contest, you either knock the target prone or push it 5 feet away from you.
Excellent. So I will be using, you said an athletics check?
Yeah.
Athletics from you, either from Arnan.
Okay.
He'll get a 13, so you will succeed your athletics check.
So I'm gonna push him 5 feet away and potentially prone. I believe that's how the wording
It's
is.
either or. You choose which
I
one.
will knock him 5 feet away. Towards the edge of the ring because we're going for a ring out.
Yep.
And then I'm going to attack recklessly with a hammer swing down. With the intention of keeping him in the ring for now.
You got it.
Oh, I didn't make that reckless. Well, I mean,
Oh,
just
yeah,
make
yeah,
that
yeah.
reckless.
Yeah, you managed to hit. Go ahead and give me that damage.
Are you dealing lethal or non-lethal damage?
Non-lethal.
There's
Non-lethal.
no distinction between lethal and non-lethal damage. The at the end, if things happen, he'll start to make death saves, and you can save him then.
There is
Okay.
a distinction in the rules. If you the final attack.
Oh, the final attack. That's right.
0 HP. You may elect to do not put them into lethal damage. They are instead rendered unconscious.
So you hit him with the hammer, with your shield, and then the hammer. Yeah.
Yes. So the shield to like knock him back, and then the hammer to bring him back into focus for all intents and purposes. If knock head back, then knock head down.
So you move forward with him. Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. So yeah, you shove him back. You land an absolutely fantastic blow right on one of the big armor plates on his arm, and he looks genuinely surprised for a moment at having been knocked back. Did you have anything else before the end of your turn?
That is actually both of my attacks, my bonus action, and technically a move.
Excellent. So Arnan will sort of look at you a little bit impressed, and he'll pull his fist back, and as he punches his fist forward, like a gout of steam will erupt from the back of his arm and his shoulder and elbow joints. And we're going to go ahead and take an attack.
Yeah.
He'll miss on the first one. So it's this super powered punch that Nomani is able to duck and weave around. Am I getting disadvantage on that for some reason? No,
that's advantage. You
I'm
have
getting advantage
on
because
that.
you attacked recklessly. Excellent. The
Yeah,
multi-attack.
I put the grand advantage on there so that it would auto do it.
His second attack, however, will hit.
Choice.
I need a strength save from you as you're about to get lifted right off of your feet.
It's gonna be so dope.
A 23. Okay, awesome. So we still need to do the regular damage, so let's do that.
What would the lifted off your feet do?
So if you fail, you actually get knocked up to 30 feet back and fall prone. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that his first attack misses, but the second attack manages to catch, and I don't know if Ghost was taking this one on purpose to gauge their enemy, but
Fully taken on purpose.
fully back until your feet are just barely about to cross the square that you created. You sort of fly back and manage to stop yourself.
Ghost gets knocked into the air, does a full backflip because he's absolutely selling it too. Yeah, he got hit, but he's selling it and is going to land just barely on the edge, and he's gonna pinwheel his arms a little bit to ham it up for the audience, and then is going to land basically drop into a superhero crouch.
There were definitely a few gasps over from the door.
And then as you are recovering yourself, a pair of jets of flame will emanate from the front of his suit. I need 2 dexterity saves from you. Let's do one at a time.
Oh, I'm not good at dexterity.
You're looking for a 16. Okay. So hold on. I want to make sure. Okay. So I'm going to just go ahead and roll this because I think the fact that you rolled the second save means that it's going to do full damage. So the first one deals 6 points of damage. Go ahead and note that yourself. And then
but I resisted it, right?
what are your resistances currently?
Everything but psychic.
All of them?
Oh, right, because of bear. Right, so you took 3.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the second one, that one was automatically partially resisted, so you took 8 out of the 17 for that.
Yeah.
And he will move forward to the center of the square, and that's going to be his action.
Ghost is there's going to be like the lightest of flickering in Ghost's like body as he's going to like roll forward and come up with the hammer, balance on like the elbow, so he's pushing it up like this into the guy's chin.
Yep.
So it's a slight roll up and then into a like hammer fist into the face.
You definitely hit with that one. Nice.
And then we're gonna like spin. Is tripping a thing in D&D right now?
Again, it's a part of shoving. If you win the shoving contest, you can knock them prone.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a trip via shove.
Sounds good. Ooh. Barely manages it. So this is a massive creature, right? He's got this massive power armor around him. How do you go about sweeping his legs out from under him?
So Nomani's gonna like the hammer comes up and then it slides down, and as like he completes the turn, is going to, with the hook side of the hammer, because it spins completely around, grab the leg and pull up, just knocking him down right there.
Lovely.
And then is going to kind of like dance around, like, and is going to make show to the crowd.
Go ahead and give me either a performance or a persuasion check, just for the hell of it.
I'm going to the performance check because that's what this fucking is.
Beautiful. Hey. So the door, the iron door that was closed, is it's opening up more. And shield dwarves are beginning to sort of shuffle their way out, like cautiously, to see the goings on.
How's Galvin reacting? He's pretty close with us watching it, right?
Yes, Galvin. I'm gonna actually remove his pog from the table, but he is back with you all. He is watching with interest. He doesn't seem to be afraid anymore. But he's not like excited one way or the other.
You're gonna try to lead the group in like a clap.
He's gonna go ahead and stand up and move forward, and this time his punch is going to be aimed sort of downward. As opposed to lifting you up off of the ground. He's sort of punching down, as it were. Let's go ahead and make that attack.
Yep.
Wow. Tell me a little bit about how you avoid this, since he rolled a 1.
So he's what, punching down on my torso?
Yeah, he's coming from an elevated position and trying to drive you down into the ground.
So I will like, as I like sense it coming down because of ring awareness, I'm going to jump up at the same time that he punches down. So he like narrowly misses underneath me, and I'm going to end up sitting on him.
So, we'll get to that. So you jump up as his fist hits the ground and creates a crater in the ground. You jump up, and I'm again, this is so an anime fight. You're up in the air, you're sort of hovering, and he looks up and he turns around to uppercut, and we'll go ahead and take that second attack.
Dude. It would be so funny.
Misses again, sadly for him.
He got the phasing kind of like didn't hit you square mass.
So yeah, he'll uppercut, but you'll land on his shoulders as you described.
Yeah.
He still has 2 more attacks that he is going to change out for a grapple attempt. So this is another athletics versus athletics.
Okay.
Or acrobatics on your part if you prefer.
No, athletics is better for me.
That's what I figured.
Especially since you're raging.
Especially when I'm raging.
You got to beat a 28.
Oof. Can you?
I can.
Okay. So I still have one more attempt, but he reaches up and grabs for you, but you're able to like grab his power armor by the wrists and keep him from closing his hands around you. What do you got?
So I'm not gonna like officially use my feature, but I figure his hands close and then I'm there.
Sure.
Like I like glitched on him just a little bit.
And then his next attack, he's just gonna like do that thing where you're on his shoulders, you're sitting on him. He is going to like jump backwards and attempt to land on his own back where you're at. We're gonna call this a stomp attack, which is a thing he can do.
But he's gonna be going prone in the process.
Ooh.
Not quite. I figure neither of you are gonna end up prone on this. So he will deal damage as he falls, as you both fall. And
Ooh.
so the 2 of you slam into the ground together, like a full-on like almost suplex type thing, right? He lands on top of you. You're able to roll with it, and both of you, because neither of you are going prone from this, are able to roll away and stand up. And it's your turn.
Can I get a general vibe? Is he enjoying himself or is he starting to get mad?
He is definitely not starting to get mad. This looks
Okay.
like I'm not going to require a roll for that because you're aware of the vibe of professional combat in this world. He does not look like he's trying to hurt you, and he does not look hurt at all at this point. Like you can't tell if he's having fun, but you definitely don't feel like he's taking this personal.
I also don't believe he understands what fun is, but that's besides the point. Okay. I'm gonna start like kind of selling like I got hurt a little bit and kind of like giving him that face of like, you should also fucking be doing this, buddy. Come on. I'm assuming that it's been more than like 14 seconds because honestly.
Yeah.
Calder is will glance over at the shield dwarves and see what their reaction to everything is.
They are watching in fascination, and you're pretty sure you hear some bets being placed in the back.
I am going to subtly cast a spell.
Okay. What subtle spell are you casting?
I'm going to cast Seeming.
Seeming, okay.
I'm going to make these 2 look like the best possible, most badass versions of themselves they could be.
Love it.
Like his armor,
nothing on me.
His armor looks like it's like it's no longer like grungy. It's like it's slicked, it's black, it's sharp, it looks terrifying. Whatever gases are like laced with black smoke lined with flame. He looks like a monster.
I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and give a advantage.
And the only thing I do to Ghost is I scrub away any of the dirt that Ghost has picked up.
We'll go ahead and give advantage to both of them for any performance or intimidation checks that they make as a means to rally the crowd. So, as long as the seeming spell lasts, which I know is a while, it's hours.
A while.
So we'll say that you get advantage on any of your further performance checks going forward.
I'm gonna try for another shield based shove.
Yep.
So I'll do that.
Oh, damn. So you attempt your shove, but this time he sees it coming. He knows it's happening, at this point. Like you can't use the same move on me twice. Essentially, is the sort of JoJo thing that happens here. So you go to shove forward, and he catches your shield in both hands, and there's a bit of a standoff for a moment as the two of you go force against force. What's your next move?
I'm going to. I will take the blood hammer, and like he's holding on to my shield, and I will just pull the shield up and then pull the blood hammer up as well. In the same motion. I'll take this reckless.
Excellent. Yeah, that hits. You cannot
But
miss.
it almost was a 20.
Okay, so yeah, once again, a solid shot, but once again, it seems like the armor on this person is well adept at taking this kind of punishment.
Am I getting any blood on me?
You're not getting any blood on you. Did you have anything else for your turn?
No, that is both of my attacks.
Excellent.
And I'm well within my my shit right now, so I don't have any more bonus actions.
Okay. Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and say that he... One second. No. Okay. Yeah. So he's still kind of bracing against your shield. He's going to go ahead and shove back using that in an attempt to get you sort of closer. So once again, give me another one of those wonderful athletics checks.
Oh.
So this time, so the standoff is still there, right? He's still kind of got you by the shield, and is trying to push you back, and you are holding fast, and he's going to go ahead and take a punch attack.
Nice.
And will slam his fist against your shield, but once again you hold firm. I have one more punch attack. And once again, you're able to hold it off.
Advantage, damn.
It's fine. It's okay.
He is going to, with his last attack, once again engage the flamethrower, except this time at point blank range. Go ahead and make a dexterity save. You're looking for a 16.
Ooh.
So
Punch.
once again, like as he's punching, the flames sort of erupt out, and once again, Ghost is engulfed in the flames for 6 points of damage because of that ridiculous bear totem resistance. I'm trying to think if there's anything else he wants to do. That's all of his attacks. He's already at the center of the ring. No, he's going to go ahead and let the turn tick over. So, Ghost.
There's
Actually, wait. That was the end of the round. Let me check in with Echo and Calder. At the end of the round, is there anything the two of you are doing before we move on to the next round of combat? And by the way, these combat rounds are not like 6 seconds like it says in the rulebook, right? This is a long exhibition happening here.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we heard that like the dwarves have come outside of the door just to watch better, and like they're excitedly talking and placing bets. Is there any sounds like that from the other side of the cavern, where maybe someone invisibly is watching?
Give me a perception check. Take disadvantage, because if they're invisible, you get disadvantage.
Well, I'm listening. I'm not trying to like.
Okay.
You get disadvantage for perception.
There's also the
checks based on
sounds of
sight.
punching happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't roll very good anyway.
You don't hear anything coming from the other side. No. Calder, are you doing anything before we move on to the next round?
Yes, I'm doing something very specific. I'm going to look around and make sure there's nothing sneaking up on us.
No sturges or
The
No
three
searchers, no
kings.
bullets, none
no
of that.
orcs.
No orcs.
Blah.
I will
No.
say there are your dark vision goes 120 feet, right? There
Yeah.
are sturges on the roof of the cavern that are definitely taking an interest, especially now that some serious damage has been done. They're not like breaking off to attack at this point, but they're definitely up there.
Okay. Not worrying about it for now.
Ghost, it's your turn.
Let's see. I am going to I think I'm gonna lather rinse repeat a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna get a good vibe going. We're gonna go for another shove.
Ooh.
Wow. Wow.
Shit.
Now that was an athletics, so not like a critical,
But
No,
But,
it was a shove.
I can technically match that if I also roll a 20. We have the exact
Yeah, we have
same
the same
athletics.
So I feel like
Oh, so close. So it's a close thing, but yes, you are able to overpower him. What do you do with it?
so I'm gonna lean in real close before this shove. I'm sure that he can see that I'm obviously telegraphing what I'm doing. I'm gonna lean in real close and I go, "You ready to finish it?" And then I hit him and I spend a charge from my shield and it knocks him 10 feet instead of 5.
Now, I'm going to do a thing that's technically not allowed, but because we're in a kind of a professional wrestling sequence here, I want to do it anyway. So you
I'm
push
sorry.
him.
You spend a charge to push them a further 5 feet, a further 10 feet. So it's 15 feet total.
So he flies out of the ring. And as he's flying out, he begins to waver, like his outline begins to waver, and then he vanishes in a sort of green mist.
Oh.
And
that's
immediately behind you is going to go ahead. You only took one attack there, right?
I only took one attack.
Okay, so you will get the sense that he is right behind you immediately before he takes an attack. Go ahead and make your attack on him.
Okay, I will do the exact same thing.
So you turn around and once again try to shove him.
I want to actually make this be kind of like it's part of the same motion.
nice.
So
One
it's
and
one
then
push this
swing
way and then I
around.
just follow it through.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
So he vanishes, appears behind you, raises his fist to punch you into the stratosphere. But you're able to, well, you describe to me how this looks.
So the first push goes like this, and I'm assuming that he turns to mist as he hits the barrier line because that's thematic and dope as shit. And Ghost sees that and goes, "I know this trick," because Ghost does this trick specifically. It's Ghost's trick, and just full kind of does that like he was preparing to do the Captain America shield spin and end up facing backwards, but just stays standing for most of it and just backhands this dude with the shield.
And again, it shoves him back, but it doesn't knock him over, right?
No, it doesn't knock him over. I mean, I can make it knock him over, but I'm not gonna.
And he Go ahead.
Oh, as he goes down, the hammer comes up and hits the ground where he was. If he had not been shoved, he would have gotten a hammer to the face.
And he stands there
Fell.
now outside the square, and a full-on gout of steam just issues from his entire body armor set. And he
As
he
the steam
settles.
envelops him, I will release the illusion on him.
And he looks down at the edges of the square, and he looks up at Ghost, and he says, "Well, I suppose that's that. That was unexpected. Thank you." Oh man, applause erupts from the dwarves as well. At which point, Arnan looks over at the crowd that he did not notice was there a moment ago and immediately turns invisible. And I'm going to say that unless someone tries to physically stop him, he and his will exit the scene.
Well, as he's
I want to
turning
try
in-
to stop him.
Okay, so hold on. I'm going to start with immediate reactions. You're going to try to stop him. Gale, give me your immediate reaction.
Echo is going to thaumaturgy out towards the crowd. Let's give it up for both of our performers! Like, you know, kind of trying to tell Arnan through his speech that, like, no, the applause is for you too.
Calder, what are you up to immediately after the round ends, before he goes and flees? What's Calder do?
I'll make an illusion of Calder talking, like in the area where he was just a moment ago, saying the phrase, "Looks like you actually have some fans."
And then Ghost, what are you doing to, like, you can still hear, like, you know what square he's in. Anything you do to him is, I believe,
I want
at
to try to
disadvantage.
like grab his hand or some shit, like, you know, like grab a bit of him and be like, "You're supposed to bow first, and then you can escape. That's part of it."
I'm gonna let
part
it
of the rule.
happen. I'm gonna let it happen. I'm gonna say you grab him, and he turns around at these dwarves, and he is, for a moment, absolutely certain that he has to fight for his life here. But he goes ahead and he takes a bow, and he releases jets of flame directly backward as he does. And again, the cheers just continue to erupt. He will take a step back, and then he will go invisible, and he and his will exit the scene.
I'm gonna walk over to the people who were betting, and I'm gonna go, "Okay, so where's my cut?"
And with that, my friends, we're gonna go ahead and take our quick break. I think this is a good time to do it. We're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, but before we do, I want to remind everybody that this stream is in fact intended to benefit the Alzheimer's Association. Em, if you would be so kind as to drop that link again. This stream is for charity. And if you have the means and you are willing to do so, please do consider donating to this charity. We all know that Alzheimer's is a very real and very difficult situation for folks to be in. So this donation will go towards research and development and all that other wonderful stuff. So please do check that out. We are being sort of sponsored, not sponsored, but the person who is running this is Wes Johnson. He's a voice actor in a lot of different Bethesda titles. And it's a great cause, so please do consider donating if you can. And we will be back in 10 minutes. It is 7:45 p.m. Pacific. We will be back probably at 7:56 because it'll take a second for us to get out there.
And thank you, Wizzical, for the subs.
And Wizzical, as always, my friend, it's very, very good to have you here. And thank you very much for the gifted subs. We will see you all in 10 minutes.
Bye.
Bye.